everyone, this is Brian Magnosi, and I'm here today with Dr. Chris Montanaro, my partner here in the company and a fellow chiropractor of yours who's been in the trenches for several years. And I wanted to have Dr. Chris here with me in the video to talk to some of the points, some of the pain points that, you know, not only has Dr. Chris gone through, but we're absolutely sure that you are as well, and if you haven't, that you're certainly bound to face. Dr. Chris, can you talk about one of the primary pain points, which is cost, in terms of price for both websites, for chiropractors, and also web marketing?
Yeah, absolutely. We come out of school and we've got expenses going all over the place, and when I start learning more about what a website can do for me as far as automated marketing, automated patient education, and all of the other amazing things that it can do, I realized that the website that I was using from another chiropractic website company, it had, as far as what it could do, was very low on the totem pole, and what I was paying for it was exponentially higher than what the true value was.
Absolutely. You know, one of the reasons that Chris and I decided to partner together and offer services that are quite a bit different than some of the competition out there in terms of price, in terms of value, in terms of efficiency or effectiveness, is because of the frustrations that you went through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know that when we first met a couple of years ago, you were paying a pretty substantial amount of money for a website that you felt like you either didn't have the control over or weren't really sure if you're going to have that ownership after that contract was over. And I know you and I have talked about that it can be very frustrating for chiropractors to pay a certain amount of money every single month for a website, but then have really nothing left of their own, of true ownership at the end of that term, at the end of that contract. Can you just touch on that a little bit?
Well, sure. Anytime that you're going to invest that kind of money and you've got no real control over it, I mean, that's definitely going to hurt.
Absolutely, yeah. And I think one of the other issues that you and I have definitely talked about that's really relevant is the last thing you want is a website that's nothing short or nothing more rather than just a kind of a digital business card. Your website really should be driving business for you, right? Can you talk about that a little bit in terms of both the marketing arm of the website but also the educational arm?
Well, that's the beauty of it, is the website is doing a lot of the things that we shouldn't have to be doing. We should be able to spend our time in the treatment room helping the people that the website is reaching, you know, teaching them and engaging with the marketplace in your general area. They get to know who you are, you get to start that education process and building the practice that way.
Right, absolutely. And so one of the key things with your website is not only does that serve the things that Dr. Chris just said, but also it's a real driver for business, right? Because you know, one of the things that we're able to do here at Magnosi Web Marketing is to be able to really drive traffic by pushing your website up to the top of the search engines. And that's something that's really, really important. Like I think we've talked about earlier, the most important thing for a chiropractor is to be spending their time treating patients and doing the thing that they went to school for, not necessarily trying to figure out marketing, right?
Right, exactly. Now, there's way too many hats out there when you're running a business, and you know, we didn't go to school and get our MBA. We didn't go to school to learn how to specifically run a business. We learned how to treat patients, and that's where our hearts are and our passion, what we should be doing.
Absolutely. So what we want to encourage you to do is one of two things. Number one, just pick up the phone and give us a call. We'd love to have a chat with you and find out a little bit more about your practice and some of the challenges that you're presented with, and how some of our solutions that are both cost effective and very affordable, but also value rich, can really serve you and your practice well. Also, feel free to click around. Look at some of the websites that we built. Look at some of the marketing solutions that we have, because at the end of the day, a chiropractor with a phenomenal degree and all this experience who doesn't have a room full of patients to treat is a real frustration point. Probably the number one thing, right?
Oh yeah, unfortunately, I even had classmates of my own that they have a job outside of their chiropractic license. They're teaching, they're tending bar, they're doing other things sometimes, right, because that's just the fact of it, that 90% of businesses do go out of business.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so that's the one thing that we're going to leave off with is, beyond picking up the phone and calling us, we encourage you to really sit back and think about why you went to school, what's your greatest passion, and then think about how web-based marketing solutions, including a website, can really make a significant difference in your practice. That said, this is Dr. Chris and Brian Magnosi. We look forward to speaking with you.
Thank you.